My name is Jordan Graft. I'm the Executive Vice President of Payments for Triumph Bank Corp.
I'm Bo Carlton, Business Development with TriumphPay.
Triumph is a publicly traded bank based here in Dallas, Texas. We are very active in trucking and transportation across 3 verticals. TriumphPay, our carrier payments platform, which we'll be talking about today. Factoring, we're one of the largest factoring companies in trucking, and also equipment finance. So across those 3 verticals, we have over $1 billion of capital deployed in the industry today, making us one of the largest lenders and commercial finance providers in the industry. We also process over $7 billion a year in carrier payments to small carriers. And so that's what we're going to talk today about TriumphPay. So what is TriumphPay? Defining it in 3 key elements. The first, it's a carrier payments platform for brokers and shippers. That means we integrate directly with your TMS and accounting system and process your carrier payments using our cloud application. As a part of that, we reduce the liability or remove the liability to you of fraud. Hackers or impersonators trying to change a carrier's payment information. We take that liability because we've paid over 100,000 carriers and have a very detailed view into the carrier payment landscape. The second thing is we take on misdirected payment risk. We take that liability away from you because we're going to process the notice of assignments for you and make sure we pay the carrier or the factor correctly. The second key element of TriumphPay is integrated supply chain finance from our bank. On TriumphPay, our quick pay adoption rate is 3 times the industry average. So what that means for you as a broker or shipper is you're going to generate more quick pay revenue from your program on TriumphPay than you do yourself. Additionally, you get to use the bank's balance sheet to fund those quick pays. So you get to take your capital and invest it back in your core business. The third thing about TriumphPay is it is not factoring for you as a broker or shipper. We're not going to touch your receivables, talk to your customers, or affect your existing banking relationships. So with that, we're going to take you through a demo of a carrier being paid for the first time by a broker. So the first thing a carrier is going to see is an email from TriumphPay saying a new broker is attempting to pay him. All he has to do is click on the link. He doesn't have to download an app. And if he's coming for the first time and needs to sign up, we're going to pre-populate all the information we need from him. This is data that we're getting directly from your TMS. He's not going to have to re-onboard himself with redundant information. All he needs is a password to set up his account and get paid. For this demo, though, we're going to use an existing profile and log in. And when you log in, the carrier sees a list of brokers who are trying to pay him on TriumphPay, but whose profile he hasn't claimed yet. So we go through this process of having him claim a profile to make sure that he has control of that profile and can manage the payments associated with that. Once he has claimed that profile and has control of it, he can set up the ACH information. As you can see here, he can enter his ACH information one time and use it for all 100 brokers on the platform. He doesn't have to continue to re-enter that information. Additionally, he has the ability to choose to quick pay for a carrier. By broker, he can choose whether he wants to quick pay all those invoices or standard pay those invoices. And all this is done without ever reaching out or talking to you as a broker. He's doing all this on TriumphPay and self-managing his payment process. So Bo's going to talk a little bit about the invoices and payments tab.
Yep, moving to the invoices tab, you'll see the carrier is able to view all of their invoices from every broker on TriumphPay in one spot. So by now, he would have selected what his default payment method is, whether it's quick pay or standard pay. But he still has the opportunity at this point to go in and say, I want to quick pay that individual invoice. So they've got complete control of how they get paid. Looking at the Payments tab, much like the Invoice tab, every record, every payment that they've ever received from TriumphPay is right here. They can go down, look at details from each individual payment record. They can see the reference ID, how it was paid, when it was paid, and they can see a little payout report that shows every invoice attached to a given payment. Again, we're putting all the control with them.
And those payout reports are also sent to factoring companies. So one thing that we offer to brokers is to eliminate phone calls, verification, and collection calls from factoring companies. One of the clients on our platform used to get 500,000 phone calls from factoring companies every year. We help we help streamline your back office process associated with dealing with these operations that don't help you generate revenue. So to close here, TriumphPay is the best way to pay your carriers. We're going to help you streamline your back office. No more dealing with factoring companies, no more dealing with carriers or processing payments for carriers, and you get to eliminate fraud liability and sleep better at night. Number two, we're going to help you generate more quick pay revenue out of your program. You're going to make more money out of your quick pay program than you are today. And you also get to use our balance sheet to fund those quick pays. So you get more capital to invest back in your business. And the third thing is you're going to have happier carriers. When we survey carriers, 4 out of 5 prefer to be paid by TriumphPay instead of by a broker direct because of what you just saw. It's easy for them to manage their payment information. We offer 7 different ways for them to get paid, and they can control all of it in one portal with all the invoices and payments in one place. And the best part of this, for you as a broker or shipper, there's no per invoice cost. There's no transaction fees. All you need to do is set up and configure, all you need to do is sign up with TriumphPay, and we process the payments for you and take care of all that back office burden and help you operate more efficiently. So come see us at our kiosk. Thank you for your time.